you ever wondered what America was like 100 years ago?
Or how peanut butter was invented?
Why is the sky blue?
Tired of the same boring history book?
Let's discover something new today.
Welcome to Kids on the Square!
This episode of Kids on the Square is called Student Council Part 2.
For Vice President, Bryce Retalio!
Sorry, Micah. Maybe next year.
Micah, take the photo!
Student Council.
Micah, let me help you up. Are you all right?
I think I skinned my knee.
Come in and sit down.
Chickens are all pecking away near the barn when a coyote came up and grabbed one of them, grabbed her right by the neck, put her in
Let
his
me
mouth,
turn
and
that
ran
racket
off toward
down.
the woods.
I'll grab a bandage. I thought G-Pa was picking you all up after school today.
He was.
Hold on. It's G-Pa. Here, put this on your knee. Hey,
Gma, this is a receipt.
it will still help. No, don't worry. He's here with me at the shop. Do you have Rachel and Logan? All right. Well, no, I don't know why. It's been busier than a beehive here all afternoon, and Micah skinned his knee. So just drop Logan and Rachel off at practice, and I've got Micah. Yes, okay. Oh, and can you pick up some sour cream for dinner tonight?
Gma,
Gotta go. Love ya.
can you please get me a real Band-Aid?
Of course, I've got him right here. Jeez, honey, your hands are shaking more than a cricket. What's got you so worked up?
It's nothing. I just fell off my bike, okay?
Sorry, forgot to warn you, this ointment can sting. Look, Micah, I know you. You are not fine. You wouldn't dash away from the school pickup line for no reason. There's something else besides this skin knee that's got you twisted like a pretzel.
Sheesh. Well, you're not helping at all.
Excuse me?
You're sticking receipts on me and stinging me with sprays. You know, I should have never listened to your big dream John Quincy Go For It speeches and Muffin Man songs.
I thought you liked them. Oh, wait. The election announcement was today, right? What happened?
I completely, epically failed. It was a disaster. Bryce won VP, and I was the dummy standing there taking everyone's picture.
Oh, no, Micah. I am so sorry, but I am so proud of you for trying. And
Nope. Please just stop right there. Here comes another one of your you can do it speeches, and the votes are in Gma. I literally cannot do it. Maybe I'm not one of the greats. Maybe middle school is just tough, and there's no changing it. Maybe I should have just stayed in my lane and held on to my chips at lunch better. I'm not a rocket scientist, I'm not a star athlete, and I'm definitely not like your all-time fave superstar president John Quincy Adams.
he really wasn't a superstar president.
What? You said he was one of your favorites. You're like his biggest hype man.
Oh, sweetie, I'm sorry. I should have explained it all better to you. You see, John Quincy Adams was a great man, but he wasn't a great president.
That doesn't make any sense.
Here, sit down, take a breath, have a muffin, and give me a chance to explain. You remember I told you about how difficult it was for him to be elected president in 1824, right?
Yeah, he lost the popular vote and the Electoral College, but the House of Representatives voted him in.
Right. Well, the struggle didn't end there. The congressmen and senators all had mixed opinions on Quincy becoming president. The American public didn't really like him either. Quincy wasn't super charismatic. He was known as a dry, stubborn, intellectual bookworm. Here's his statement after winning the presidency.
Fellow citizens, you are acquainted with the peculiar circumstances of the recent election. I am less possessed of your confidence in advance than any of my predecessors.
What does that even mean?
A good question. He was saying to America, look, I know I'm probably not the guy you wanted to be president and that you probably won't like me. But in the rest of his speech, he says how much he loves America and how hard he will work.
So they didn't like him. At least he still won.
That is technically true, but there's more. His re-election campaign in 1828 was another story entirely. Even members of his own administration had some strong opinions about him.
Would you like any refreshments, Mr. Clay?
No, I can't stomach anything at a time like this. What could be taking that messenger so long?
Patience, Mr. Clay, patience. We don't want any rushed results. You know what a pickle that put us in last time.
Yes, you're right. Let me be honest with you, Sam. Can you handle that?
I do believe so, Mr. Clay. And I prefer Samuel.
Sam, there are many days I wished I'd never joined ranks with President Adams. His presidency has been nothing but a detriment to my career. I should have never run for president against him. And then, when he won and chose me for Secretary of State, the whole nation thought it was some sort of corrupt bargain made behind closed doors. They couldn't be farther from the truth. Private company with President Adams is more dull than an evening with a hat box.
Mr. Clay, you exaggerate.
I wish I was. We've done nothing with our time here.
But what about our infrastructure projects?
Yes, one canal. Our plan was to build roads from Washington to New Orleans, to establish a national university, a naval academy, a national astrological observatory, and all we could produce was a canal. So many of our projects, hopes, and dreams for this nation never received any momentum. Plus, Andrew Jackson and his supporters in Congress blocked us at every turn.
There's no denying it. It has been difficult, but I wouldn't blame it all on the Congress, sir.
No, there's far more blame to go around. But the first to receive it should be this lame duck president. So slow, so uninspiring, so somber. Always wearing black.
Sir, he has been in mourning. Need I remind you, President Adams' father died only 1 year into his time in office.
Yeah, may he rest in peace. In some ways, I am thankful his father never saw this day. The day his nation casts his son out of the office he always dreamed he would have.
Sir, you have gone too far.
No, he has not.
Mr. President!
Close your mouths. You both look like mollusks.
Mr. President, I did not know you were near. I would have never...
Spare me your false apologies, Henry. Please, answer the door, Mr. Allen.
Yes, Mr. President.
Mr. Clay, your brutal honesty, while being self-righteous and impudent, is oddly refreshing. Working alongside you these past 4 years has been no picnic, but I am not a fool. In a moment, Mr. Allen will return with the message that I have lost this presidency, the position I have worked my whole life for.
Then why the apathy? Why do you act like you don't care?
I do care. My care is rooted to the heart of the nation, and my passion is not rooted in what my title is. This loss has a silver lining.
What's that?
You will be set free from my company. Welcome back, Mr. Allen. Please share the news.
here. The electoral votes are in. John Quincy Adams received 83 votes, while Andrew Jackson received 178 votes. The next president will be Andrew Jackson. I'm so sorry, sir. You lost.
Did you know July 4th, 2026 is America's 250th birthday?
Whoa, and I thought turning 10 was a big deal.
Kids on the Square is celebrating now.
We are digging into the history of the founding of America. Look for episodes that have America's 250th in the title.
Plus, with those episodes, you'll find free activities and resources that apply to the 250th.
And you can leave us a voice message on our website, kidsonthesquare.com. Share with us what you've learned about America and why you love our country.
If you do, we might even share your message on the show. But make sure you ask your parents for permission. The more we learn about this time in history, the more America's 250th birthday will mean to us. So join us today at
Kids on the Square!
Not fun to find out you lost in a room of your so-called friends, huh?
Yeah, I can relate to that. So Quincy didn't get a second term as president?
That's right. He only served one term.
But G-Ma, this still doesn't add up. Why is he one of your favorite people in history? He was a smart kid, a good Secretary of State, but he totally missed his big shot. His presidency was like an airball from half court.
That's exactly why I love him. He totally failed, but he didn't quit. After he lost the election, he took a few years to regroup, but then he ran for Congress.
Oh, I thought he did that before becoming president.
Nope. He is the only president to ever serve as a congressman after his time in the Oval Office. Talk about gutsy.
Yeah, I don't think I could walk back into that room and face those people. The idea of going to school tomorrow makes me nauseous. Why would he do it?
He loved America. He wanted to make our country better. He believed he could still make a difference, and he did. His greatest moment came after his presidency as a lawyer during a case regarding the men, women, and children aboard a ship called the Amistad. In 1839, a Cuban ship named the Amistad was on its way to a Caribbean plantation. Aboard the ship were 53 abducted Africans, men, women, and children. Now, if they reached their destination, they would never get back home. They'd be slaves for the rest of their lives. But on the way, a storm arose, and the Africans took advantage of the rough seas. A mutiny ensued, and the Africans overpowered the crew. They tied up the Spanish slavers that were taking them to the plantation and instructed them to return them back to their home in Africa. But the Spaniards were not to be trusted. They sailed the ship toward New York instead. When they reached America, all the Africans were arrested and brought to trial. Now, this situation brought up the question, were the Africans on board the Amistad really free people, or were they slaves? The legal battles in the states were intense and took 2 years. During this time, many articles were written about the case, and Americans started to learn about the brutal horrors and the inhumanity of the slave trade. And so the abolitionist movement to end slavery gained more attention. Eventually, the Amistad case made it all the way to the Supreme Court. The abolitionists knew they needed a brilliant mind to have any hope in winning the case and freeing the Africans, so they asked the very best lawyer they knew, John Quincy Adams, to defend their case in court.
May it please your honors. This court is a court of justice, and I appear to plead the cause of justice, and now the liberty and life on behalf of many of my fellow men, women, and children who found themselves aboard the Amistad. Slavery is contrary to the law of nature, that it is inhuman, cruel, odious, detestable. In the Declaration of Independence, the laws of nature are announced and appealed to as identical with the laws of nature's God, and as the foundation of all obligatory human laws. How monstrous, then, is the claim upon the courts of the United States to re-enslave them as thralls to the Spaniards. I said, when I began this plea, that my final reliance for success in this case was on this court as a court of justice. Thank you, Your Honors.
The Honorable Supreme Court has made their decision and ruled not guilty for all of the Africans aboard the Amistad. Preparations for their journey back to Africa will be made. They are free men and women.
President John Quincy Adams died 7 years after that court case. He was still serving in Congress at 80 years old when he suffered from a stroke. So now do you understand why he is one of my favorites?
Yeah, I think I do. His life was incredible. I can't believe the story of the Amistad.
It's a powerful story and a large event that started to tip the scales leading America into the Civil War. But that's all history for another day.
Yeah, my history brain is tapped out.
Mine too. That means I need another muffin. How about you? Want one?
Sure. Hey, Jima. I'm sorry I took my anger out on you when I crashed and came into the store. I was upset with losing, but it wasn't your fault.
Oh, thank you, sweetie. I accept your apology. Oh, I love you so much. I'm sorry you didn't win.
Thanks, Jima. Hearing that a real president flopped like me honestly helps a lot. You should have your book club read this book. It's really good.
It would take a miracle and a mountain of cheese to convince that group to read something nonfiction. But thank you for listening.
Anytime, Jima.
Wackadoo! 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 Wackadoo Review!
Welcome to Wackadoo Review, where we have candid conversations about captivating and maybe contentious topics and learn to share our thoughts and opinions with each other. We hope this sparks fun and interesting conversations for your family at home, at the dinner table, or in the car. All right, everybody. Today, our topic is cursive. All right, what do you think about writing in cursive?
I think it's kind of useless. For me,
Oh no!
thoughts shared.
Hot take.
For me, it just feels like there's no real use for writing in cursive when you can just write normally. And like, I think cursive is the only really necessary for signatures. Really, like I think you should just write normally. I think it's easier to read. Anytime I get a card from my grandmother in cursive, I always like have trouble reading it, and I feel like it'd just be a lot easier if it was in normal handwriting.
My thoughts exactly. I've used cursive once. We did it in second grade every day, and then after second grade, I never used it since.
Yep, same here.
If I'm like writing a signature, there's like a 50% chance I'll use cursive, or I'll just like connect my letters if I need to make it look all fancy. Because whatever.
Cursive
like,
hack.
It still is very difficult to read.
I do not know any cursive except I only know how to write the letter A.
A is a pretty good cursive letter. I'll say, like, if you had to pick one, I do like that letter.
My name, that's it.
Okay, would you believe me if I said, in theory, if you write in cursive, it saves you time? there's research in the fact that you don't have to pick up your pen or pencil as much, and that cursive supposedly saves you time when you're writing.
It's probably saving you like 2 to 3 seconds tops. But like, I mean, why take the time to write in cursive when like I could just type it out? Like
sure.
Not many people are sending like physical mail nowadays, unless like I don't know, it's like some fancy letter or whatever. But
birthday card, yeah.
Most people are just gonna type it out, and you don't. I mean, you can. All you got to do is Control A, font cursive. Boom.
You're letting the fonts do it for you.
Yeah.
I think, like, for me, I think the English language is already kind of hard enough. Like, I don't see why we need to add a whole new way of writing.
Cipher,
like just writing your normal letters. I feel like there's no, even if it does save you time, like it doesn't save you that much time, and it takes away time from other people that need to read it. So I find
the time that you save in writing it, they make up for, and how the extra time it takes for them to read it is fair.
Because you save like 3 seconds, they seem like 5 minutes just being like,
Exactly.
what is he trying to say?
This conversation isn't over yet. We'll be back with more thoughts on cursive for our next Wackadoo Review.
Gma, see you at 2.
Micah, over here.
Hey, Alyssa. Whoa, those shirts look really great.
Do you really think so?
Yeah, I love the dancing recycling bin.
Thanks.
So I brought my gloves and I can help with whatever. Where should I start?
Honestly, do whatever you want, since that's what everyone else decided to do.
Huh?
Miss Sadecki has been chatting with my mom since we got here. They keep saying this should be student-led.
I mean, it should be, right?
Yes, but then Bryce and his buddies showed up. They grabbed their shirts and coffee and coerced everyone into goofing off for the first hour, barely picking up any trash. And now they're all just playing cornhole. I haven't been able to get any momentum the whole day. Some kind of class president I am. They're all just waiting until 2 so they can check this off their service hours. I don't think they even care about any of this.
Man, that's awful. I'm sorry. Well, maybe me and you could get started on a project.
You really want to help?
Yeah, I didn't bring my gloves for nothing.
All right. Well, one thing I was hoping to do was to wash up these picnic tables and spray on this protective shine thing my mom picked up at the store.
Cool, let's do it.
Seriously? I mean, these tables are really gross. Lots of mysterious liquids on these things.
So what? Good things don't come easy. It'll be great for people who actually want to sit down and eat on these things. Who knows? It might cut down all the littering around here.
Okay. Yeah. I'll clear off these snacks and the coffee stuff and...
What's wrong? You okay?
Right there, by the creamer. Is that a wolf?
Whoa, I think it's a coyote.
How do you know?
My brother is nuts about Lewis and Clark. He has like a dozen different t-shirts with bears, coyotes, and wolves howling at the moon on them. This guy must be really hungry to come over to our snacks.
I heard on the news the other day that one of these things ate somebody's chicken. Ate it whole, Micah. Bones, feathers, and the whole enchilada. But not an enchilada, because, chicken. Shh. He's looking at us. We've got to get out of here.
No, don't run. If you run, it'll instantly start chasing you.
Well, then what are we supposed to do? It's coming closer to us.
I am Muffin Man Micah!
What are you doing?
You have to scare them away. Could use a little help here.
Micah's the best choice for VP. Even the Muffin Man agrees. Please go away, Mr. Coyote.
Get away from me!
Micah, it worked! He's running away!
Ha! Take that! Courtesy of the Muffin Man. High five!
What's going on, you two? Is everything all right?
Miss Sadecki, you won't believe it. Micah just scared away a coyote. He totally saved the day.
Oh, my word. Is that true, Micah?
Yeah, but I couldn't have done it without Alyssa's help.
I'm so glad you two are all right. I'm going to call the Parks Department and let them know we saw a coyote here. And I'll round up the other students nearby. You two, stay here. I'll be right back.
Whew, I never need to do that again.
Me neither. Hey, I think that's proof we make a good team. I so wish you were the actual VP instead of Bryce.
You know what? I don't think that title really matters to me anymore. And I can still help out with any school projects as long as the president of the student council is cool with it.
Definitely. Should we get back to painting these picnic tables?
Sure. Maybe we should paint some coyotes on them.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Kids on the Square. We hope you enjoyed Student Council Part 2. If you did, please share this episode with a friend and subscribe to our podcast page so you don't miss our next episode. Kids on the Square is generously supported by listeners like you. If you'd like to support this program, you can contact us via our website, kidsonthesquare.com. And if you're a parent or guardian listening and you're new to the Public Square, we hope you visit our website, thepublicsquare.com, and discover the full host of other radio products we have available. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time on
Kids on the Square.